To defy the odds, you have to risk everything and take chances. At Old Nation Brewing Company, we did just that. From an unknown startup brewery to standing alongside national craft brands in just under a decade, we remain one of the last of the large, independently owned breweries in Michigan. Our beer is respectfully brewed using only the highest quality ingredients, and we don't cut corners. With the times changing for everyone, one thing that stays the same is Old Nation's respect for great beer and the people who love it. We're growing in cans produced and fans made. When you taste our beer, you'll know why.
3 o'clock, good to have you with us. So we are going to run a hybrid program here. We'll get to Malik Beasley's guide on how to lose a fortune being a moron, potentially. I mean, I know it's accused, but all I can tell you is it stopped contract negotiations.
I'm about to say forward by Miles Bridges.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, he's innocent until proven guilty, but that doesn't mean the team's still negotiating with him. They're on the doorstep of a 3-year, $45 million contract.
Yeah, that's one of those things you can't come back from. Even the accusation,
it's tough.
You can never shake.
But we'll get to it. And I want to mix in Tigers with this Red Wings thing. So here's how we open the show. Red Wings traded Tarasenko for nothing. You got nothing. You got rid of $5 million in cap space. I said to Kenny, telling you, this is it right here. This is going to be the move. They're going to get an Ekblad or a Robertson. They're going to get something done, and it's going to be big, and it's going to be impactful, and it's just what I believe. And Kenny has served the rarely ordered poo-poo platter, saying, no, I refuse to get my hopes up, and I don't believe in this. So it was something or nothing. Now, if you put that with a quote that Rico read to start the show about free agency, here's what Yzerman served pre-Tarasenko deal. Have spots we want to upgrade on the roster. We'll see if we could address it in free agency. I'm not that optimistic, to be honest with you. There are more teams than there are players for what we're looking for. Okay, that's pretty bleak. I want to know whose side you're on. Rico and Kenny are over here going, nope, not getting fooled again. I'm willing to get hurt. I'm telling you, Yzerman's making a big move. So that's available. 248-539-9797. I will get to those calls. I want to mix in the Tigers. Not like the other shows we're doing. Oh, golly gee, we get to share Skubal with America. Yet one problem, no one watched. So pick a different angle.
No.
Sunday
Night Baseball.
Yeah, Twins and Tigers ain't exactly bringing them in. To us here, we care. And the ballpark looked great. The crowd was electric. Skubal delivered one of those virtuoso performances. But if you think Bob and Brenda in Little Rock, Arkansas were like, man, that Skubal guy's damn good.
That Skubal?
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah, unless, I hate to say this, unless it's good Yankees, good Red Sox, nobody watches.
Right. But that's not the point of it. The point is, you and I agree on something. And I wonder if people will go there with us. The Tigers are your AL Central champions, and it's June 30th. It's over.
Go ahead.
It is over.
Yeah, go ahead and cue up the one shining moment for the division.
Sell the T-shirts in the team store now.
Yeah.
Because this division is garbage. Every team's under 500. The other teams, KC, cheap ownership. Minnesota, cheap ownership. Payroll keeps coming down. The White Sox, please. Reinsdorf's just getting money off the table. They're egregiously bad. Cleveland, cheapest owners in the league. So none of them are going to be buying. No. None of them are going to do a thing. And as long as you have Tarik Skubal, you're never losing 4 games in a row.
I was about to say.
Never.
Even if you did, Mike, I think this team is like 7-game losing streak proof.
Do you know what they are in the last 12 Skubal starts?
Probably something ridiculous.
11-1.
I was going to say 10-2.
11-1. They don't lose when he starts. So, look, it's over. And the only thing, and you go, well, geez, that's kind of.
No, it's
no, it's not.
Because, once again, that losing streak that everybody kept saying back in April and May, just wait. If it comes right now and they lose the next 7-8 games in a row,
wouldn't matter. The other teams aren't capable of doing anything more than 4 and 6.
You'll still be winning the division by probably 5.5 games.
If they played in a real division, we'd have a real conversation. They don't play in a real division. You're in a division, everyone's underwater and tanking. They're awful. Yeah. So guess what? It's over.
Which is the other reason why, because you really didn't need. This is why you don't let Skubal throw the complete game.
There's no need.
You take him out of the game because you got bigger fish to fry.
I love the way they're managing him. I don't want to say protecting him, but they're managing him.
It's frustrating because I think sometimes fans want to see the complete game. They want to see the one hitter. They want to see, can you get to 20 strikeouts? They want to see that stuff. I understand.
But last night had to be good enough for you. 93 pitches, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts. I think he had 15 swinging strikes on the changeup. I mean, the Twins were up there blindfolded. They look like a kid hitting a piñata.
Yeah.
So, look, I just want to know if you're there with me because as far as I'm concerned, that's why the day-to-day minutia of Tiger baseball, they're so good it's boring. It's a trade deadline for me. There's just no purpose. Like, what are we talking about today? Oh, golly gee, Skubal's good. Really? What's the topic there exactly?
Is he great or is he just
No,
good?
he's going to win the Cy Young. He's better than he was last year. He's far and away the best pitcher in baseball. And I'm not going to hold it against him that he doesn't throw 108 pitches a night or go 9 innings. He is who he is. He's going to go 6 or 7. He's going to be largely unhittable. And he will do things like he did last night where Minnesota probably just shouldn't have shown up. Because it looked like they had a different bat in their hands, if you know what I mean. They had no hope. No hope.
Yeah, once the strikeouts start accumulating.
Well, he was pitching backwards last night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to sit on the fastball. Yeah, good for you. Change up. You're dead. Have a nice night.
Yeah, Minnesota just was chasing, and at that point it was just, okay, who's next? Okay, here you go.
Wings are making a big move. Who's with me? And the Tigers are your AL Central champions on June 30th. There is nothing to discuss. Period. See you at the deadline. Who's with me? If you want to do the, golly gee, we shared Skubal with the world, do whatever you like. Maybe your grandma in Santa Barbara called. Kenny, your thoughts?
No, I think what they're doing with Skubal to begin with is probably the right mentality because think about it. He's not going to have starts like these if you don't just limit him to 6, 7, less than 100 pitches. This is why he's able to be this effective.
And it's probably why they don't want to hand him $40 million a year.
100%. But you know what? That's just fine. Run him like this, and then that can be your whole plan throughout the season.
I got a 2-year window.
Yeah.
That's why the deadline for me, show me Aroldis Chapman, show me this Bregman fantasy Rico keeps propagating, whatever you like. I don't care. But the deadline is what has my interest. Mm-hmm. The day-to-day, here's hey, ready? Here's what they're going to do to Washington. Take 2 or 3. Here's what they're going to do to Cleveland. Take 2 or 3. The Tigers are a machine. They take 2 of every 3.
Right. I mean, I guess the only question is, can they win the next 4 series? Well, what the over-under is at 3. Like, can they 3.5? Can they win the next 4 series?
Sure.
Right, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
it's
because
like
2/3 of the teams in baseball are helpless. They're awful. And the Tigers are not. The Tigers are really good.
That's why the trade deadline is so important is because if nothing happens during the trade deadline, we become cannon fodder for the Dodgers or whoever's coming out of the National League.
Well,
right.
and again, it doesn't matter what you do at the trade deadline. You're probably never going to be better than the Dodgers. But it doesn't have to be that because baseball's such a coin flip. Look at my team. Our payroll's 3 times what your payroll is, basically. Yankees have won a World Series since 2009. Why? Coin flips. And the Astros cheated.
coin flip.
I'm never going to forgive them. 17 was our year. I'm sorry. I don't have to let that go.
Nobody asked you to. But 248-539-9797.
How the hell did Altuve know that Chapman was throwing a slider? Ridiculous. Guy had on nipple buzzers. Cheating scumbags.
Can't prove that. He just
I can prove it. That's why he said, don't touch me.
He had the runs, and he had to go to the bathroom real quick and then come back out and celebrate.
Here's a litmus test. Pour water on him. Bzzz. He would have fried.
Nipple buzzers. Not on my bingo card for today.
There was a theory he had an electronic device on, and they buzzed him because people caught on to the garbage cans. You leave me alone. Your team wasn't affected.
The fact that, he ran past the celebration into the clubhouse.
Clutching his chest because he was wearing a wire. It was like The Sopranos.
Was he an informant?
He was wearing a wire.
Are you a cop?
I'm telling you. Your team wasn't affected. Neither of you get to talk about this.
Did I stop you?
No.
Yankee fan complains.
We
all cry thousands of tears.
Tiger fans, do you believe like we do? Are you ready to go ahead and crown the Tigers the champion of this division right here, right now?
And honestly, the next big thing we talk about is the deadline because there's nothing to do day to day. It just isn't.
No, Tigers won again.
Here's Jeremy Otto's update at 3:30. Skubal good, water wet. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right. And there's a sale on cargo shorts. 248-539.
You spicy today.
Woo! All